Ah, mais t'étais pas en train de filmer. Design. Now it's recording, and here you can zoom in and zoom out. Yeah. Did you study graphic design?
Yeah.
Yeah. In Zurich?
In Basel.
Okay.
It has value because it's closed.
It's very rare. It's sold
How
out.
many did you print?
Around, I think around 4,000 or so.
Wow. And what makes it rare?
It's sold out, and it's sold out, and everybody, everybody want to buy a book. I give it for 150 Swiss franc.
Ah, this is not 36.
No,
It used to be. That's what he explains you.
I wanted to buy it for 36. Shit.
you can buy it for 600 Swiss francs.
No.
It's really expensive.
I don't have this money. I'm a
maybe
student.
you have it. You should have 600. No, I know it's really
Wow.
expensive.
I was about to propose to buy it, but too bad.
I keep it. Yeah, I'm sorry.
The current, that's right on the market.
Wow.
But that's always the case with
What did you
architecture
learn about architects when doing this book?
I learn more about architects when I do books with them.
Yeah. I'm curious, what is your image of architects? Is it easy to work on books with architects?
Look, it's
Ciao.
here on Ricardo.
Yeah.
It's
Balade.
Hello.
this is 180 on Ricardo,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
it's damaged.
And it's damaged.
Yeah, here you can see.
Yeah.
This is brand new for
Yeah.
150.
Big deal.
Yes, but I don't have the money.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
Désolé.
Yeah. Do you have a card or something? Maybe one day if I want to make a book. Actually, I want to make a book, but
Here you will find me here
amazing.
about books.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So what? You recommend working with the authors?
Yes.
That's your.
Yes.
And
yes.
is it a good deal to publish yourself?
Yes. Why not? So. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the
So
conversation.
for me, it's not a good deal, but for the authors, I think it's always good to have a book and to spread the work into the world.
I would like to.
Yeah.
My project now is to make a magazine.
Okay. So you.
That's my first step.
Yeah. And you are in Mendrisio.
No, I'm in ETH.
Ah, in Zurich at the.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yes. And vas-y. Et ça aussi, Sensing Earth.
Cultural quest across the earth.
Ouais. Neighborhood culture. Burning images. Field images.
But, like, do you have you are part of the Valleys?
I work worked on a few projects, but more like a freelancer.
But as a graphic designer.
Yeah, and as a writer.
Okay, writer.
Are you involved in anything like this ethnographic research and
In this one, no.
no?
This one, yeah.
Yes.
No.
Oh, this one.
No.
Okay, because we are questioning ourselves at the moment of this question of culture within Zurich also, of like the fact that we both not are from Zurich and there is a strong also culture from Zurich, and how do we, because we have to make an ethnographic movie towards Zurich, but we have a view that is very like not settled within Zurich, and how do we deal with this place of non-settlement within Zurich and this relationship between people, and we ended up here today on our research, and like this seemed very interesting.
Perfect, that's not from Zurich, I'm not from
Yeah.
Zurich, you're spot on.
We're spot on, but you're the first person we asked, so it's
Oh,
nice.
really?
Yes.
Then you are really spot on.
Are you happy to come? Like you're from the Netherlands?
No, I'm from Bulgaria.
Ah. But you work in the Netherlands?
No, I
Not
work in
even.
Zurich.
Ah, you work in Zurich,
Yeah,
so you're also
since the last year, but I live in Basel.
okay. So you're not connected at all with Zurich,
And not at all, I mean, I work here, but it's, yeah,
like your roots.
I'm not living here.
Yeah.
No, my roots, no, I work
No,
here since
yeah.
1 year.
No, but it's not your roots, but you're somehow when you work, you are in a place for 1 year, you make connections and you make links with people,
Yeah,
but not too much.
yeah, I mean, I know some people, but it's still for me like a new city, I don't know.
Do you find it difficult in Zurich
In what sense?
to make friends?
I don't speak German, so for me that's always another level.
Yeah, yeah.
But
We are
I-
living that too.
you also don't speak German.
No.
Let's go.
Welcome to the club. I think that's really important actually,
Yeah.
because where I work also it just quickly turns into German, and it's normal. Well, I think that's the biggest obstacle. It's difficult to socialize when you don't speak the local language, but I still think Zurich people switch to English much easier than, I don't know.
Not
Even
always.
Basel. Maybe not always. Depends on
Yeah.
what bubble. I'm in a really very open-minded bubble.
Ah,
I
yeah.
work in Dynamo in the youth house.
Ah, yeah. Okay, Dynamo is very nice. We should have gone to Dynamo. Maybe it's closed now, but
Maybe it's the next stop.
okay.
It's closing at 7.
Ah, so
I
it's
really should run.
yeah. Okay,
No,
then
too
it won't be
late.
the next stop. Okay, but what do you write on when you are writing?
Here,
Comments in design.
this one I was writing about shared workshop spaces in Switzerland because I think that's very specific for Swiss context, and it gives access to a lot of designers and artists to have place to craft. And yeah, I was writing about that mostly there, and how important it is for designers to access it.
Yeah. And by commons, you refer to like the commons in the tragedy of the commons?
Yeah, more in this, it's more of an urban way to look at commons as shared spaces and something between public, private and common. There's these different ideas, but I was looking at it more from the aspect of shared economy also. Really more,
Yeah.
not the commons as a shared resource like ocean as a common or something, not like this. But
Okay.
some of the contributions in the book look at it more
Ah,
from
okay.
this perspective, like
So they are all-
play as commons, for example.
Okay, nice.
In what context are you making your film?
I mean, it's my experience, but I feel like I'm at this condition, or I want to live like fully in this condition, and I'm questioning myself, okay, oh, now we want to live together within this condition, because culture was something very important around us. Like, how does it happen? Am I just like connected to the people that are back at home because I can connect to them?
I don't really know what it is about. Maybe you could present what you're doing right now.
Yeah, but we don't really know. We are architecture students, and we had a videography class, or like filmmaking class, and it was about ethnographic studies. So basically, filming by doing places, understanding the people, but it was about Zurich, and we are not from Zurich at all.
Cool. Where are you from?
So I grew up near Paris.
Cool.
And then I moved to Lausanne, and then I moved to Zurich, and you are from
Budapest.
That's a good combination of countries.
Lausanne,
Yes.
then Barcelona. So we both lived in very various places,
Yeah.
and we started to feel like we were not settled anymore, and we didn't seek settledness. Like we embraced a new way of nomad, but it's very different than
Yeah.
the way we understand nomad, but somehow non-settled existence. And so our inquiry was, can we experience a city that is all about rooted and settledness without being connected to it through this really rooted link, but not
Yeah.
being a tourist, because anyone can experience a city, but not getting into it. So how do we find this balance?
You mean the point where you're not a tourist, but you have to go out and buy toilet roll and toothpaste
That's
on a regular
an
basis.
interesting way to see it.
You
Yeah.
have to literally do the most boring things. It's not
Yeah.
like I'm going to go out and I'm going to have breakfast somewhere nice.
That's part of living in a place.
It's,
Yeah.
it's more like I've got to get up and like, I've got to find toilet roll. I've got to find a toothbrush in a strange city.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, how do we bond with the people? Like, how do we create links, knowing that it's like a finite timeline, and that
I always find if you can find a toothbrush, you can bond with it, because toothbrushes are usually in the most weirdest places to find, especially the good ones. So you actually have to ask someone like,
we have to find the best toothbrush.
you have to ask like, where's the toothbrush?
Okay.
And if they go like, if someone says, oh yeah, and you're like, shh, and then like,
It's
That's the icebreaker.
yeah, and like I'm currently between like Zurich and London, and in the past I've been between like Berlin and London and
So you
other places. So like nomads are like, I've never been that stable in paying rent. So I've always lived in places which have been very ad hoc. So yeah, I can understand the whole being an artist or an architect and living within architecture as kind of a situationist type of view. Not being settled, but enough to be like, I'm here. I have to spend like 6 months to a year on and off, but I don't really feel like I'm a native. But
yeah.
Get a room.
have you learned Swiss German a bit?
yeah,
Yes.
I know all the animals. Hunsli, Hunsli.
We aren't there yet.
I'm not quite there yet, but my language skills in general are not that great. But being heavily within the art world, you find that most people communicate through English.
But
Yeah.
do you happen sometimes to be able to go out of this art world bubble? Or then your nation, in a way, or the way you bond with people, your cultural link is not by the nation but by the art, and that's the only people you interact with.
Arts and also my other like vocation as I'm a bicycle mechanic. So a bicycle mechanic. Bicycle?
Bicycle. Oh yeah.
He's a lot into bicycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see, there's the other like if no one's into the art world, then like the bicycle.
Wow.
Okay.
So there's a big, and there's also a huge crossover between like bicycles, art world.
Yeah.
In the middle, like there's photography, because that's the link that combines like the cultural aspects of the bicycle to like the art world and like magazines and press and it's both worlds. The stranger you are, the more you fit in. So you're always going to find someone that you find like a combination of languages to talk about weird stuff.
We're actually making this research, or I don't know, documenting like an experiment. We started this morning. We were thinking of like strolling Zurich for 24 hours and going wherever life takes us.
You won't
And-
get far, right? Because I've done that. I've done that for a while.
Yeah?
And every time I think I'm going somewhere nice, I'm like, I'm where I kind of began. But yeah, Zurich is a very small place compared to like
But-
Paris.
We were also like, this morning we were also with this camera but with a tripod and we thought that the camera would be a conversation starter, kind of, but it was the opposite in Zurich, you know. Everybody avoided us. People were not happy to be filmed.
I can understand that as well.
It was really surprising.
On the terms of bicycles, it's like, yeah, no, I think a lot of people are very focused. They get on with their own life. They don't interact with everyone else, unless everyone's happy to say hello, good morning.
Yeah, but not much
not
more.
really.
But so it's mainly walk through those like really deep hobbies that you can have. Okay. And for you, where would be the place where, as a Londoner or like as like the first newcomer in Zurich, you knew that you had this art or bike culture knowledge, and then you.
My girlfriend is Swiss, so that's
She was the one introducing you.
and then I met her in New York. So so there was a whole. That's the link.
Okay,
for me.
that's how you got into the Zurich culture and people, and then you felt some connection to this place.
Yes.
Okay.
But otherwise, I think the universe would have put me in the city one way or another.
And do you have places to recommend for or like reflections to grow
And to continue our experiment, kind of.
In Zurich.
Yeah. What are your strolling techniques also?
I generally do the whole like crosswalk walk. New York's really good for it. Zurich's a bit weird for it. But you know when you go up to a road
You choose the green one.
and choose the green one.
I do that also.
Yeah.
In Barcelona it works really well.
See,
Because
there's
it's all
cities-
straight and
Otherwise, you just follow, like you do that whole holistic navigating, following someone that looks like they know where they're going.
we did it this morning.
They're the combination of things to do, as I find. Otherwise, you just like go, whatever. That looks fun. I'm going that way.
You're the first person we meet who has this same passion for strolling. What's the longest you have strolled?
Not that long. I'm not a big like. I usually, because of work and limitations, I usually, unless I get really lost. You get really lost, you get frustrated, you get angry because you're not where you want to be, and then there's that realization of like, it's not because it's not where I want to be, it's because I have to be here, and I should relax.
To be present.
Because I'm present in this
There's
space.
something about this
And
mindfulness
I'm
and
not
presence,
lost.
no?
I'm just not where I think I should be. So I should just go the way I shouldn't go, and then you realize that you bump into someone, you're like. It happens a lot in Berlin, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Like you point where you like, oh, I'm running late, or this is the wrong direction, and there's someone right in front of you, like going like, why are you here? And they're like, why are you here? It's like
Freudian acte manqué.
Yeah. But these are like all very like situationist techniques of like.
Situationist, like
Yeah.
in the. Is it called again? Guy Debord?
Yeah.
Situationist?
Yeah.
Okay, those ones,
That's
those guys.
fucked up
Okay.
situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you've like there's not that many ways of wandering a city apart from really just like giving up and accepting your environment. And then if you get to the sea or you get to a motorway, there's nothing much you can do apart from walk into it and die. So you should just walk away from it. So
Nice tip.
If we put you in a random city where you have never been and you're alone, maybe this you already answered with the toothbrush, but what would be your other technique to start a conversation?
I generally am not a very conversational person, so I'd walk around.
We are seeing the opposite now.
I know. But usually I attract certain people at times. So people usually come up and say hi, and usually there's a bond, or there's a weird moment of like looking at each other, and then you're like magnets.
You break the ice.
So
There should be the gaze before.
it's like that gaze of like, and then you start.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
I think it.
So not like wanting to have a conversation, but like negatively trying to not have a conversation is the best way to have a conversation.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks Thank you so much. And actually, because the whole experiment, okay, it's an exchange of people. It's an exchange of good. This is where the output will be published because the whole aim of the experience was to give back to the people we interact with. So not to have this ethnographic.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to make another one because for each of us?
Nice.
I love it. He wasn't boring this time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Next time,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay, you will be.
We are counting on you. Amazing.
Okay. So good. Well, thanks so much for your time.
No, thank you for this.
Comment il s'appelait déjà?
Oliver Griffin. Oliver Griffin.
Non, Oliver Griffin, yeah, mais le gars qui a fait les bières.
Ah. Bats.
Bats. Bolts.
Thank you, Bolt.
Thank you both.
Really interesting. It tastes curious, and I like it a lot.
We are drinking 2 of them now, but we will share the third one with someone random tonight. And then you will get known at a broader scale than Zurich. We are making something borderless.
Amazing. Chef.
Everyone, best beer in town.
Je vais juste les filmer.
C'est un peu artistique, il y a un truc qui se passe. Vas-y, tu peux y aller.
Hello. So somehow, but we already knew that this was happening, but we decided to come to Volumes, which is like a building that will be destroyed at some point, and now there are these kind of events happening. It's my first time here, and there was a book fair or a publishing house fair, something like this. We had multiple little conversations. It was really in the art world, and I think it wasn't that difficult to break the glass in the discussions. We had a smaller discussions with a girl from Bulgaria, graphic designer working freelance, and what else?
What were the titles of the books? What were the titles of the books?
She had a book about ethnography, but she didn't work.
See, personal ethnography.
Personal ethnography.
Did I take pictures of them?
Okay, but then something really great happened for us. I was at the book stand, and I heard that there was this guy in a really intense conversation about travels. He seemed to travel a lot, and we decided to wait until his discussion ends and to attack. To tell him that we are making this project. We went straight in to our interest in postmodern nomadism, and he was really interested. He had a stand actually, and we kind of gave him an interview, and he was a really fun guy. Yeah, so, a really fun guy, and something that we didn't film at the end, but he proposed us to screen the movie in the AA school in London, because he has a space there or something, and that would be amazing. That would be a great way to give back this movie in another place, with also a lot of nomads probably, and also in an architecture school, so they will know that this was done in an architecture school also. And we are only 12 hours into this experiment, which is a really strange feeling because to me it feels like way more. I feel like it has been a really long day, and we are only at half of it. I don't know how ready I am for the next part. And now things are starting to go. Like, okay, maybe we haven't really explored the camera in an environment with really different people from us, but we are getting leads on discovering the city. And I feel like we are getting in a chain of things happening, which was also kind of the goal, to see where it leads us. Because maybe another person visiting Zurich and doing a similar experiment will get in a different chain of events, which will get him or her in a different place. But we are here as students of architecture doing this, and we are getting in our lead, in our chain of events. So I think experiencing a city is also really personal, just as personal as this movie is. So I'm sure you will sense that. I think we still have questions about how to make this movie, and it's fun. We have around 2 hours of footage from 12 hours of strolling, and we have 12 hours left, so let's see what happens. Sorry.